Hi guys. Oh my goodness, okay. So on the issue of immigration, it seems that the new government in general and Keir Starmer in particular have learned nothing from when the Conservatives were in power. You cannot out-Farage Farage. Acting tough, all it does is drive more and more people into the arms of Reform UK. So Keir Starmer or somebody within his team uploaded this video to social media. I had to mute it for copyright reasons. It has almost 3.5 million views. And once again, all this does is help Nigel Farage. So after the clip, I want to show you this response from Zoe Gardner on the massive problem with this video. So there you have the message. I said that if you enter this country on a small boat, you will face detention and return. And I meant it. And that's from Keir Starmer directly. Okay, this is what Zoe had to say about it.
This is deeply dehumanizing way to treat people. I think what we've forgotten in our conversation about migration is that regardless of how people arrive here, regardless even of if they have a claim that fits the legal framework of the Refugee Convention, or whether they are escaping just poverty and a lack of opportunity and perhaps climate breakdown and droughts and so on. The people who cross the channel are people, and they have human rights, and they deserve to be treated as people with dignity, people who have very few options, people who have risked their lives and who have put their faith in the hope that this country will be a home for them to rebuild and to have a future and to have children with opportunities that they never had. And they are not being treated that way in our public conversation. They are being treated like they simply don't matter, like they can be a political tool for politicians to show off their toughness and their brutality, frankly. People are more likely to say they'll vote for Nigel Farage directly after seeing this type of video. Why? Because it presents migrants as subhuman. The response to that should be to create regulated routes for people to enter the country when they need to, not to parade people in these videos as though they was, as though they didn't matter. Because the fact of the matter is that those are people just as much as you and I are, and they have people who love them just as much as we do.
She's completely correct. This is not going to help the government. This is only going to help Nigel Farage. See, the problem when it came to the Conservatives thought what we'll do is, and this was applicable to Suella Braverman, Priti Patel and other Home Secretaries, if we act tough, if we keep banging on about immigration, then we'll be able to defeat Nigel Farage. Because the average voter will vote for us because we're competent. Nigel Farage is just a heckler at the comedy club. But the problem with that position was that you actually have to deliver results. So if the Conservatives are saying what we're going to do is we're going to cap immigration, we're going to bring immigration down, we're going to sell people this dream of very few migrants coming in, stopping the boats and all of this, and you don't succeed, and for people who are quote unquote concerned about immigration, they're going to vote for somebody better. They're not going to vote for Nigel Farage light, they're going to vote for full fat Nigel Farage. Once again, if you're saying I'm going to do X and you don't succeed, and there's a guy on the sideline saying, hey, well, give me a chance, people are going to vote for that. The same with the new Labour government. They think, let's act tough. Let's copy and paste the type of videos that Suella Braverman and Priti Patel were posting on social media. Maybe this will work. No, it will not work. It will only help Farage. Because once again, every time you say we're going to smash the gangs and you do not, you help Nigel Farage. And you're not going to smash the gangs by using the tools at the moment. The tools you're using are, we're going to help the French, we're going to pay the French, we're going to ask Germany to change some laws, we're going to engage in gimmicks like one in, one out, stuff like that. This is going to smash... No, it's not going to smash the gangs. Zoe and others have said on a number of occasions, probably blue in the face saying this, the way to stop the gangs, to smash the gangs, to stop the boats, is to create a safe route. A proper safe route for people to enter. The business model would collapse pretty much overnight if you do that, because there'd be no incentive for people to pay people smugglers. But the government don't want to do that for some reason. I still can't understand why. Instead, they want this, let's copy and paste what the Tories were doing. The Tories lost the election in part. Of course, most of it was down to cost of living and the destruction they did to public services, but in part was immigration. They said they would bring the numbers down, the so-called legal migration and so-called illegal migration. They said that they would bring both of those numbers down, and both went up. So all Farage has to say is, hey, give me a chance. And people will be willing to give him a chance. And the Labour government are doing exactly the same thing. It's almost as if they hired the same media people and said, what should we do? Well, we have these old videos, or old concepts that we used when we were working for the Tories. Do you want us to use those? Well, it'd be a bit cheaper than creating something new. So let's copy and paste the strategy of the Conservative Party and give it a go. No, it's all, as Zoe said, all it's going to do is it's going to help Nigel Farage. Are these people incompetent? Do they not understand what they're doing? Create a safe route and you take the issue of small boats off the table. Process the claims to bring down the numbers in the hotels. That's what you can do. And the government is moving in that direction. So the hotels, they're working in a positive way. But when it comes to the small boats, you have to create a safe route. Otherwise, people are going to come in to claim asylum or because they can't get a visa via this route. And all Farage has to do is sit on the sidelines and say, hey, give me a chance, I'd do it better. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think, and I'll see you in the next video.